Bien le bonjour, on se retrouve pour la suite de nos aventures. On est toujours à Whitechapel, je sais, toujours. Mais on va enfin, en tout cas j'espère, avancer un petit peu dans cette quête principale, en découvrant peut-être 2-3 choses en plus sur ce chanteur.
What do you want? Leave me alone.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I'm looking for Nurse Dorothy Crane.
There is no Dorothy Crane here. Now goodbye.
I'm afraid this medical leaflet says the opposite, sir.
Really? Well, I'm afraid I'm going to close this door right now. Go bother someone else, Mr. Doctor.
Ah,
To enter that house, I must discover who this man really is. Maybe I could start by observing what he's up to.
comment je fais? Ah, je sais pas. Oh, c'est quoi ça? Ah, je sais. Ah.
A strange man was at the door with a pass for our medical facility. I refused him entry.
Darius, how could you know he didn't need our help?
His clothes were too finely tailored to be for Whitechapel.
Perhaps just a friend of that stray poet who is always about.
Richard Nethercott? No, not of the same cloth, this man. I suspect some machination from that journalist.
Clayton Darby. Is he still asking questions?
Yes. I saw him drifting around St. Mary's Church. I swear he is tracking me just downwind.
Maintenant.
I must talk to that journalist or the poet. They must know about Darius. Nearby the church they just mentioned.
Ouais, puis maintenant que je les ai soignés, ils ont pas intérêt à me dire eux. Hein? Ouais. À la base, ça partait de mon bon cœur, mais maintenant, c'est pas. Ah, mais...
Come on, Barrett, you know the game. You pay for peace of mind. Can't you just look the other way this week?
The walls of your home
Ah,
will not
hello.
protect you. For there is no
Good evening,
protection
Doctor.
against malevolence and trickery.
I heard you're investigating an underground medical dispensary in Whitechapel. What do you know about it?
Not much, I'm afraid. They are wary of strangers, and I'm not really an acquaintance of theirs. Why do you care?
I'm a doctor, Mr. Darby. I care about everything involving public health and this epidemic.
Are you sure you're not just concerned about the repercussions that a scandal involving a certain Nurse Crane from the Pembroke Hospital would bring?
Without a doubt, you are a damn fine journalist, Mr. Darby. What do you know of her accomplice, a man named Darius?
I don't know much about the man. He's very cautious. Never goes out. Doesn't seem to have any friends or family.
He has no relatives at all?
No. Except for that strange man, a poet named Richard Nethercott, who sometimes comes by. Darius would never let him in.
Where can I find this Mr. Nethercott?
He spends most of his time lurking around Whitechapel, talking to himself or declaring verses. These days, you can usually find him behind the church.
He never goes out.
No. A few days ago, he unexpectedly did. I followed him, but it was just a ruse to keep me away from his house.
Really? How do you know?
He went to the nearest mailbox, but just before posting his letter, he ripped it up and threw it away.
Petit malin.
Goodbye, Mr. Darby. Farewell.
On va aller chercher l'autre petit couteau là. Je vais peut-être pas le croquer du coup. Eh, il y avait des choses là-haut. J'ai bien peur que ça ne serve à rien. Ah! Comment je fais? Ok, une boîte.
It's locked.
Ah, c'est le même petit pot de fleurs.
Good evening.
And good evening to you too.
May I ask you a few questions?
Extraordinary part of town.
I'm looking for Dorothy Crane.
Dorothy Crane. Oh, I love the name. The Crane of Whitechapel. Sounds very mysterious. But, sorry, no, never heard of her.
What can you tell me about an old man called Darius?
Darius Petrescu. Yes, I know him. At first, I thought he was only a small publisher. I invited him to publish my work, but his reaction was pretty clear.
Not interested in your talent?
Darius is an old political activist who takes delight in printing tracts and lampoons. Those communist activities only require mediocre writing skills.
I'll leave you alone, sir.
Ouais, maintenant. Ah. Ok. Belle. Lettre de Darius Petrescu. Mes chers enfants bien-aimés, je m'en veux tellement de ne pas vous avoir donné de nouvelles durant ces derniers. La situation ici à Londres a été des plus difficiles. Je sais que cela peut paraître égoïste de ma part et même absurde, à l'heure où vous, mes enfants, vivez toujours consumés par la guerre. Mais une guerre fait aussi rage ici même, en Angleterre. Une guerre contre la pauvreté et contre l'injustice. C'est une guerre que je compte mener malgré mon âge avancé. C'est pour cette raison que je vous écris aujourd'hui. Je ne reviendrai pas en Roumanie. Cela veut sans doute dire que je ne vous reverrai pas avant de mourir. Ne soyez pas tristes, mes chéris. Vous êtes des adultes maintenant, et vous avez vos propres enfants sur qui veiller. Vous savez à quel sacrifice nous devons parfois consentir pour rendre le monde meilleur. Je dois me résoudre à celui-ci pour pouvoir me sentir utile une dernière fois. Je vous souhaite une longue et heureuse vie. Embrassez mes petits enfants de ma part et souvenez-vous que votre père vous amène depuis ce lointain et froid pays. Votre père, toujours aimant, Darius.
The content of Darius' letter to his children could give me more leverage to enter.
Ouais.
Darius is a bit less of a mystery now. It should not be that difficult to incite him to let me in.
C'est pas un peu bizarre? Salut. Je sais que tu es beau, mais je sais que tu viens de là. Laisse-moi rentrer. Ça pourrait encore me suivre. Don't be afraid. Ce bébé de l'anx.
Mr. Petrescu, just 1 minute, please.
You again? Go away.
Ah! Niveau de chat.
Sir, wait.
Comment je fais?
Don't you see we're on the same side?
I'm nothing like you.
Yes, you are. You too believe in providing medical care without charge. You know what we have to sacrifice to make the world a better place.
I have to admit your words have conviction. All right, I'll let you see Dorothea. Don't make me regret this, though.
D'abord, hop. Voler les pauvres. Moi aussi je suis pauvre. Si je vole, pour aider les gens. En vrai.
It's locked, all right.
Pas des talents pour picklocker les choses.
If you want to talk to Dorothea, you must go across the courtyard and take the stairs.
We've not been formally introduced. May I ask your name and occupation, sir?
I am Darius Petrescu. I'm here to keep snitches and spies away from Dorothea. And I also run this little print shop.
So Dorothy's real name...
Like myself and many people in this area, Dorothea is from occupied Romania. That's all you need to know.
She seems important to the community.
More than you can imagine. The West End does not want to hear of Whitechapel's misery. Dorothea is one of the few doing something about it.
Tell me everything you know about Camellia, the mute florist.
I do not believe in the afterlife, Doctor, but I'm almost convinced Camellia is an angel. She volunteered to give out our medical leaflets.
Are you not worried for her safety?
She is as brave as she is tough, and clever too. If only I had met her when I was younger.
Are you in love with Camellia, Mr. Petrescu?
Don't be stupid. If I had met her when I was younger, we could have won our revolution.
Who is she, really? Do you know where she's from?
She's not from around here, that's all we know. Camellia is not even her name. It's her favorite flower.
You say she has no close family.
Well, there's that awful poet who constantly follows her around like a lost puppy. A good man for sure, but a very poor writer.
Ah. J'ai...
Tell me...
I do not...
Ah. Ok.
Do you have any family?
Who knows?
Don't be embarrassed, sir. If you must know, my own father disappeared many years ago, and I forgave him.
It's quite awkward to talk about our families like this, but... Thank you, Dr. Reed. I appreciate your trust.
This war won't last forever. Did you ever think of returning to your country now it's free?
No. I have taught strength and determination to my sons and daughters. I'm an old, dying man who only has memories of better times to cherish.
I know you fought for your country when it was occupied, Darius. Tell me more about it.
I know my days are numbered, and I know I won't see my homeland again. But I fought for Romania all my life, and I will until my last breath.
But Romania escaped the grasp of the Austro-Hungarian Empire. It's a free country again.
It is not the country I fought for. My homeland is not appeased, Doctor. And I still see a dark future ahead for my people.
How did you meet Nurse Crane, Darius? Why does she trust you?
I'm her oldest friend in England. Dorothea and I share many ideas about this country and about the country we left.
You mean occupied Romania, don't you? Even if not directly, I fought against your enemies.
Really? Then perhaps you have more in common with Dorothea than meets the eye, Dr. Reed.
Goodbye, Mr. Petrescu.
Bah ouais. De madame. Ah, j'ai pas un remède contre la pneumonie. Parce que le vieux là, très souvent. Faudra peut-être. Pourquoi ce truc bizarre? Genre qui bourdonne. Ah, lettre. Oh. Quoi? Lettre pour North Crane, Londres, 31 octobre. Ma chère Dorothea, lorsque tu liras cette lettre, je serai déjà sur le bateau qui va nous ramener, Anton et moi, à Brassov. L'Angleterre n'était pas faite pour nous, et je dois t'avouer que j'ai hâte de revoir nos fières collines de Transylvanie. Je te promets que dès que nous arriverons, j'irai allumer un cierge dans l'église noire et je prierai pour que tu survives à cette terrible épidémie. Je sais que tu n'es pas d'accord avec cette décision, et que tu penses te rendre plus utile en restant aider nos camarades exilés dans l'East End, mais Anton a tellement hâte de retourner dans notre cher pays et de voir notre révolution tant attendue prendre son envol. C'est mon mari et je dois rester à ses côtés. Je sais qu'il nous arrive de nous disputer. Je sais que tu aurais voulu que je reste à tes côtés et que je t'aide à t'occuper de ta clinique. Mais maintenant que je quitte l'Angleterre, je veux que tu saches une chose. S'il t'arrive quoi que ce soit, si que tu as des problèmes, ou bien que tu es en danger, je reviendrai immédiatement à Londres, avec ou sans Anton. Pense à moi autant que je pense à toi, ta sœur et moi, Théodora. C'est chaud. d'abord. Les priorités jusqu'à ensuite.
I need help.
Attends. Ah. Bon, d'accord.
He's going into convulsions, Doctor.
Ok.
What do we have here, nurse?
Patient Raz Van Vasily. High fever running on 3 days. Complaints of dizziness, muscle aches, and head pain. Diagnosed with influenza.
Treatment?
Aspirin and salicin for the fever and discomfort. Liquids for dehydration, but he's having trouble keeping even water down.
Thank you, nurse. Anything else I should know?
He did lose consciousness this morning, but he's never had convulsions like these.
He's not convulsing, he's choking. He's not getting any air. Scalpel! Hand me that scalpel!
What can I do, Doctor?
Ah.
I need to perform a tracheostomy. Short pipe. That rubber tube will do. We're going to cut a passage for air through the neck.
Yes, Doctor.
Mais c'est chaud que je dois prendre des décisions comme ça. Alors moi, je
He's breathing again, but he's coughing up blood.
Internal
Médecin?
hemorrhaging.
Hein?
I need to make another incision into the chest cavity to drain the fluids from the lung. Prepare another tube.
A thoracostomy. Doctor, we've nothing to fight the infection. We need an aseptic environment.
Right then, Nurse Crane. What do you suggest we do?
I've no idea. I'm not the doctor.
Time is of the essence. We need to perform a thoracic drain.
Yes, Doctor.
Ah.
He's still bleeding, Doctor. I'm losing his pulse.
The drain must have punctured the intercostal artery. There's too much blood.
Oh non.
Are you alright, Doctor?
Oh shit. Oh merde.
I can't see. I must first suture the artery. Find the wound. The source of the blood.
Needle and thread, Doctor.
Good. The stitches are holding. How's he doing?
We're losing him. We've lost his pulse. He's dying, Doctor.
Adrénaline, je suis sûre qu'on en a pas.
Now.
Cardiac... What? Are you making this up as you go along?
Oui. Mais meuf, en même temps... Parce que de l'adrénaline, t'es gentil, mais je suis sûre qu'on en avait pas. Si on n'a pas d'antiseptique, non.
We've lost the pulse. He's gone, Doctor.
Nurse, we did everything we could.
Truly? Everything you could. Is that how you'll report this in your log? Is this how the war went? Piling up one poor corpse beside the next?
This was not an influenza-induced seizure. I've never seen symptoms like these on the continent.
Neither have I. But the previous symptoms leading up to this attack were the same, indistinguishable from the epidemic.
No. There was something more vile in these reactions. Something primitive.
There have been numerous reports of mental breakdowns caused by the fever that accompanies the flu itself, Doctor.
Yes, but... I'd best take some samples of the blood for analysis.
Oh là là, ouais, bon, du coup, je pense que c'était normal qu'il crève. Chaud.
I doubt you're here to test my bedside manners.
It's locked.
D'abord.
To what do I owe this courtesy? I suspect it was more than intuition alone that led you to us. So, how might I be of service, Dr. Reed?
Your heart might be in the right place, but you can't carry on with this blackmail. For God's sake, Dorothy, it's extortion. It's a serious crime.
Doctor, you think your warnings scare me? I've stolen and plied, blackmailed and lied, but what else am I to do? I'm all these people have.
So, the end justifies the means. Is that your defense?
I know you're kind, Doctor. Just another fine-heeled, silver-spooned gentleman who was given the world on a platter. You know nothing of poverty. Nothing of the shame, the hunger, the loneliness.
But why Lady Ashbury? Why her, of all people?
She's pristine and proper, all right. But that she-wolf in sheep's clothing murders the poor for sport. I have her where she belongs, and I'll milk her for all she's got.
Dr. Swansea is a sensible and honest man. He wouldn't have refused your friend's care at Pembroke.
It's easy for you to say, Doctor. These people cannot go to the police, nor to the hospital. They don't even speak English. They depend on me for everything.
You've convinced me of the sincerity of your actions and their noble justifications. But all the same, blackmail is a crime, and it will stop, Nurse Crane.
So, are you going to turn me over to the authorities?
Je peux vraiment la charmer?
Listen very carefully, Dorothy. You will erase from your memory everything you pretend to know about Lady Ashbury and Pembroke Hospital.
Let that rich bitch off the hook over my dead
Nurse
body.
Crane, enough. Listen as if your life depended on every word. I know you've a generous heart who gives freely to those in need, but you shall walk away from the shadier streets of your business.
I will never abandon...
Dorothy, the discussion has come to a close. Your clandestine activities in the Resistance are over. Let it go.
Ah merde!
I'll let it go. Yes. All gone.
Oh, moi je voulais pas qu'elle abandonne ça. Ah. Je voulais... Oh non. Je voulais qu'elle oublie juste Ashbury, pas que... Qu'est-ce qui se passe? Non, vous êtes sérieux?
This one stinks already.
Direct, quoi. Quelle tristesse. Je voulais pas les avoir. Ah, je me sens trop mal. Oh, oh c'est horrible. Je pense. Et ce qui m'attaque. Oui. Ah ouais, mais si vous êtes 150, c'est pas juste. Ouais, alors juste trouver ça. On va aller lui faire un remède à l'eau. J'ai vraiment fait une bêtise. Il avait pas compris ça comme ça. Alors... Et en plus l'état est déjà grave. Ils sont morts, hein. En vrai, sans elle. Qu'est-ce que j'ai fait? Il avait quoi? Il avait une Mince, je sais plus si c'était une bullshit ou... Je peux rien pour toi. Bullshit. Non, de la rencontre. Hop. Et puis je vais profiter pour faire les autres. Alors, c'est bon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. Ouais, 8 avec l'autre qui est dans le quartier. Je suis pas sûre que je puisse aller le voir. C'est où près? Mais quelle horreur. En même temps, s'il démissionnait. Oh, je sais pas. Je sais vraiment pas quoi penser là de ce que c'est une grosse connerie. Je pensais vraiment qu'elle allait juste oublier à propos d'Ashbury. C'était tout.
Hello, Mr. Petrescu.
Hello, Doc.
Oui, c'est toi que je venais voir posté.
Yes?
Do you need some help, Mr.
I am very...
Well, I think you do. Take
Free drugs from an English doctor.
Et oui.
goodbye, Mr. Petrescu.
Oh, voilà. Eh, mais je me sens vraiment pas bien là. Ah, je fais des bêtises, je fais des bêtises. Mais bon, on va s'arrêter sur ces grosses bêtises justement. Et la prochaine fois, on va aller soigner tous les gens de l'hôpital et puis aller parler à HB. Voilà. Je sais pas, qu'est-ce que vous auriez fait dans mon cas? Moi j'ai vraiment pas du coup mal compris la chose, mais je pense que dans tous les cas, il y aurait eu une couille quelque part dans cette décision. Mais bon, dites-moi ce que vous en pensez et puis on se retrouvera la prochaine fois. D'ici là, je vous dis ciao ciao.